Hello everybody and welcome back to Alan Wake. So, I believe today I am supposed to go speak with a kidnapper. Again, despite the fact that they should, be right here in this truck. Oh, I can take the truck. I can drive the truck. That's fucking phenomenal. But despite the fact that they should just be in this truck, I don't have my weapons.
The manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Yeah, if he is right, it does make sense if Alan is completely crazy. I decided to let him talk this time because he hasn't annoyed me to no end so far, and I haven't played in a while. So, but I didn't expect it to let me drive the car. I expected it to have me require me to run a ton. But letting me drive the car, hell's yeah. I'm probably bypassing a bunch of stuff that, if you ran this. But, like I was saying, despite the fact that I had weapons when I got into this truck the first time in the last episode, I no longer have those weapons. I no longer have, say, a flashlight, a pistol, the shotgun that I had, the flashbangs, or I might have had flares. I don't remember what I had. And that is slightly annoying that every time we go to a new chapter, I just lose everything that I had from the previous one. It's almost like I'm playing a shitty racing game. Oh, the truck is actually smoking now. So there is actually an issue with crashing this truck repeatedly.
I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
All right. I do want to check out I do actually one day want to go to an old coal mine sort of museum thing. While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. The seams were rich but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Is that still going on? While there are some earlier residents in the area, the true genesis of the town of Bright Falls came with the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of the Bright Falls coal mine in 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns, and Swedes, among others, worked the mines. I don't know why you would spend so, have to list them so thoroughly, but I did sort of, wreck this truck. Whose truck is this? Oh, it's a lighting company. Okay, that's cool.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
Okay, so someone literally called out Nightingale other than the police officer. And, we did see the one dude, the dude at the thing, call him out. Actually, we didn't see him. We read a manuscript about it. In 1870, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. You know the funny thing? A lot of buildings that are protected as historical landmarks just means that no one is allowed to build on them. But they're not actually taken care of. No one can tear them down.
I didn't want to go outside.
But no one takes care of them.
Cops had to be looking for me. The
Alrighty.
news turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope.
I wonder if I had
was a
walked
long
here,
waste of
if I
time.
would have arrived just on
The
time.
bastard never showed up.
Okay. So it doesn't matter, even if I had arrived on time. Oh, I have my gun back!
Wake,
Where the hell are you?
change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
You
you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
Okay, so I
I
can't go
had to
through
get
there.
to Mirror Peak.
Okay, there it is. There's whatever's gonna happen to let me out of the building.
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Oh no, I'm going down. Okay, that's bizarre. So it just it removed my weapons and stuff because I was just because Wake doesn't see the need to carry them during the day, I guess. Okay, so I guess I don't want to go outside, or for some reason, like, the door is locked from the outside. Oh, no, I do want to go outside. I just wanted to go down to go outside. Okay.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Uh-huh. I can't tell if that's actually that, like, she helped him out completely, or if that was just the darkness influencing a writer. Oh, shit. Okay, now that I've killed everyone, the darkness has decided it wants to throw shit at me. Ha fucking za. I don't enjoy having things thrown at me, darkness. Okay, so... Where's the other one? There was another one here. And I was right. He was just behind me. Okay, and now the darkness is again throwing stuff at me. Despite the fact that I have already complained that you are throwing stuff at me. I don't appreciate it, darkness. I was hoping there'd be a way to deal with that without having to go in there. Alrighty then. So, what does everyone think of the game so far? I feel like the story is starting to pick up a little bit. Like, that sort of resembles like a tornado. And it's pulling things down similar to how a tornado would. I should probably look around up here before jumping down. The story is absolutely starting to pick up a bit more. But I still am not a big fan of the narration.
Ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
And now I'm just gonna have to drive back. Yes, my, little bit of safety has been removed. But you know what? Okay, none of you matter. I'm just gonna, like, dip out on all of you. Like, I was having fun just messing with the car, but none of you matter, really. Alrighty. So, I'm absolutely, at this point, I'm thinking that... I'm absolutely thinking that the kidnapper doesn't actually exist outside of nighttime. Oh shit! I had the wrong weapon equipped. Occasionally, this game actually managed to be slightly creepy, and then it just returns to its narration ways. But yeah, no, I'm thinking that the kidnapper is controlled by the darkness to some extent, or he doesn't want to meet Wake in a situation where it's daylight for some reason. Well, fuck you. I didn't approve of that. Thank you. But, like, I guess one reason he may not want to meet Wake in, like, the daylight is because he can't just steamroll the situation with, like, the darkness enemies showing up.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Okay, that's actually pretty interesting, because that does answer another question I was thinking of. Like, why doesn't the darkness just do something to prevent the writers that it's taking from running off? Like, why does it put so much effort into... Interesting. Wailing. Gotta love the wailing. Like, it lets them roam free functionally, or at least it makes it seem like we can roam free. Even if we can't.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Yeah, no, he's right. Why are those here? Who's leaving flashbangs? Is it the kidnapper or is it the darkness? Does the darkness want us to fight, to write our story? Alright, here's another manuscript. This chapter's got quite a few of those.
The bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
So, Nightingale has found the manuscripts. We're going to be caught by him at some point. And Barry is going to, like... Things are not going to go our way, is basically what I'm getting from this. And that's actually... That's pretty consistent for the horror motif, is that things aren't going to go the way the player or the main character, or the audience wants them to. I have been going for a little while, and so I do need to go now, but let me know, what do you think is going on? Like, do you have a theory as to why the kidnapper doesn't want to meet Alan at in the daylight? Like, why he set a time like noon and then just waited until nightfall to call Alan, like, yeah, no, change of plans, meet me at this peak. Like, why is he avoiding meeting Alan so heavily? Because honestly, I highly doubt at this point that he actually has Alan's wife, and he just he understood that Alan's wife was missing from the manuscripts and chose to use that as a form of leverage that he doesn't actually have. That's one theory I have. I said the other ones as well, but like, what are you all's theories? Like, I won't say theorize how we get caught by Nightingale, because there's any number of ways that can happen, and that's a boring thing to theorize. But I do wonder what's going to happen when we get caught by Nightingale, because when it's clearly part of a story with lots of fictional things, the names that you use in your manuscripts can be classified as placeholders, so you just chose names that you then intended to change later on before publishing. So even if Ancient Nightingale's there, I do question it. But let me know what you all think. If you want to see more of this, if you want to make sure to show your support for the video, the series, by leaving a like down below. Look something like that. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications by hitting that bell, so you will be notified the next time I go live or upload a video. I do hope you all enjoyed. Remember, smile. Because game's actually starting to get a little bit interesting. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, guys.